urban design plays a very important part in our cities. It dictates the daily experience of every citizen and plays a very important role in determining the city's happiness quotient. However, Indian cities have a severe lack of public open spaces, of quality urban spaces. And so I believe that we need to create good urban spaces whenever and wherever we get the chance. Given our population densities, they are always going to be used. This project is located in Solapur, Maharashtra, a city of extremes with summer temperatures reaching 45 degrees. This particular chowk, Rang Bhavan Chowk, was part of a larger street design project we were doing and was one node of it. The chowk is located quite strategically with a lot of administration buildings as well as important schools of the area, of the city located next to it. It's one of Solapur's important junctions with a lot of vehicular traffic and pedestrian traffic as well. However, the one major issue was that it was quite chaotic. So there was no clear passage of movement for vehicles nor any safe facilities for pedestrians to move through. At the center of this entire junction was approximately 9,000 square feet of unused island. This was a very important point that we felt needed intervention, and also a place where we could introduce some quality public space. So the intersection comes up like this. It has 3 roads leading out. That's the north. You have a Rang Bhavan auditorium from where the chowk gets its name. You have a few schools nearby, certain major administration buildings. And at the center is where we had the island. So we started by reorganizing this first by keeping the original island, adding 3 additional ones. Now this ensured that there was a clear path of movement for vehicles and also a safe passage for pedestrians. The 3 additional islands we developed as recreational spaces with landscape, and the central one came up as our main public plaza. We realized that one of the major drawbacks of open spaces in India is that because of the extreme heat, especially in a city like Solapur, most of these spaces are unusable during the day. It's only during the evenings and the later hours that people actually venture out to them and start using them. So we were sure of the one thing, that we needed to create a space which would be used throughout the day, and therefore shading became very, very important. However, while doing so, we needed it to be permeable, much like the shade of a tree or patakas in temple yards. The play of light and shadow that is created, it's very comforting for users and people who are sitting there. So very much like that, we wanted to create an experience. Further, the one thing that Solapur has no dearth of is sun and heat. And so we realized that if we actually use solar panels to create this shade, we could actually generate energy from it all. And that would start combining energy generation with our public spaces. We were sure that we didn't want to create a solution that would be totally based on softscape, because firstly, that limits the amount of use, public use that can be there, and secondly, being a public project, the maintenance and durability would come into question. So this entire ground level is hardscape, and then we start having tiered seating that comes along the edges. So this enables this entire open space at the ground level to become flexible and it's suitable for most public users. Now, to support this entire roof structure, we introduce clusters of columns which rise from the ground and connect to each other. So during the evening hours, this plaza becomes a very vibrant and active public space, and that gets done by the use of LED video panels which happen at different angles. So they display varied interactive content, and that then completes the project as a blend of aesthetics, function and utility. The entire structure is an MS with 20 column clusters which rise up, spread out and connect to each other. These clusters are at a grid of 7 meters by 7 meters and they rise 6 meters in height. Each column cluster is made up of 5 columns, 1 central and 4 on the edges. Each column again is 200 mm in dia. While all the 4 edge columns rise, turn and go and connect to the other adjacent clusters, the central one rises and bulbs out. This bulb takes all the utilities, all the electrical cables and takes them right till the ground and to the utility room that we have on the side. At the roof level, we have 136 panels of 2 meters by 1 meter. Of these, 100 panels are solar panels and 36 panels are LED video panels. The solar panels form an overall solar capacity of 32 kilowatts. That is 32 kilowatts per hour, which translates to 4,000 kilowatts of generated energy every month. A net metering system is also set up. This means that the energy that is generated by the solar power system is fed back into the grid. This is then later compensated against the energy usage of the plaza. The LED video panels happen in 2 forms. One is a 600 mm high band which runs around the entire perimeter of the roof. And then there are 36 video panels which face downwards at different angles at different places. So they're all at random angles. And so when a person is standing below and he looks up, his experience is going to be different based on where he is standing in the plaza. This also allows us to be very interactive and we can sort of have fun with the kind of content that is displayed on each of these panels. The 600 mm high peripheral LED strip displays content throughout the day. This content is more of information for the citizenry, so it becomes a point of contact between the administration and the citizens, something very important for a public space. The other format, which is the 36 video panels which face the plaza, display interactive content. Lighting becomes a very important part of the entire project. At the base of each cluster, we have 4 lights at the corners and they wash light up and highlight the entire structure. Coming back to the plaza, there is tiered seating that extends along 2 edges of the plaza. This creates sort of a semi-enclosed space, allowing for any sort of performance or any public activity to happen. So for example, if there is a Nukkad Natak that has to happen, or any small public or private function, or just a gathering that has to happen, that can happen there. On the other side of the seating, there is a landscape mound. Based on the contours of the site, it starts from 0 and increases to almost 2.5 meters in height. This serves a dual purpose. Firstly, it creates a buffer between the traffic and the island itself, and the plaza rather. And secondly, since it extends into the vertical plane, it creates a very pleasant visual for vehicles and passers-by. The other 3 islands are designed as pause points. Each of these islands has street furniture like benches and also has flowering shrubs and trees. It's a very nice, vibrant and colorful precinct, one which gives calm to the people coming there. From the point of view of the administration, we also have a CCTV system set up around the plaza so that the authorities can also keep a check from a safety point of view for the citizens. Another important factor in this project was universal accessibility, and so we designed it accordingly. This project was executed under the Smart Cities mission. Our client, which was the local government body, was very supportive of us, and the brief was quite open-ended, with no other specific objective other than solving the chaotic junction that it was. Being a smart cities project, we had no specific budget constraints. This project was divided in 2 phases. Certain elements of this particular intervention, such as the tabletop crossings, connecting these islands were to be executed in another project that we were doing, a streetscape one, which is right next to it, and therefore they were added later. This project has been a successful one. It has become the modern icon for Solapur and a hub for its cultural and social gatherings. So, whether it be New Year's Eve, any festival, or even a weekend, you will see a lot of people coming here. What is even more important in this particular project, that it is an all-inclusive one. You will see people from all walks of life who are coming here and visiting the place. Moving ahead, we need to take unconventional approaches towards our urban spaces so that we can come up with a model of urban development that is correct and well suited for us as a country in our particular context. Because there is such a lack of public open spaces in most of our cities, we have ended up turning to malls for leisure. And the objective of this project is to actually reclaim space for the use of pedestrians, for people on foot, for the everyday citizen. This project was not conceived to be an iconic one, but it was its particular context and all the design elements coming together which gave it its iconic nature. It has no front or rear, and so whichever street you approach the intersection from, it has a very dramatic visual. People are not only using the plaza during the day for short visits and gatherings, but also in the evenings and well into the night. The plaza has now become the site of celebration, demonstrations, and public emotion.
जब भी हम ये देखते हैं तो हमको लगता है कि साला हम सोलापुर में नहीं, किसी बैंकॉक या सिंगापुर में है, क्योंकि ये पहली बार हमने इंडिया में देखा है और उसमें और सोलापुर में फर्स्ट टाइम देखा है।
सोलापुर में नया हुआ है लैंडमार्क, तो पहले तो कुछ नहीं था, हम इधर उधर रास्ते पे मतलब किधर भी मिलते थे। अभी एक स्पेसिफिक एरिया हुआ है जिधर हम मिल सकते, हँग आउट कर सकते, बैठ सकते, बातें कर सकते।
रंगभवन चौक नावासारखी रंगमय झालेली आहे।